Perhaps the most iconic of cocktails, Martini, a simple marriage of gin and vermouth, lovingly stirred over ice. To make one of these at home, the first step is really to get your glassware nice and cold. I'd suggest putting it in the freezer even before thinking about making this drink. Because the drink is served without ice, we want to ensure that our drink stays colder for longer. Pre-chilling the glassware will enable us to do this effectively. But on to making the drink. Martini really is highly subjective and should be made like a well-fitting suit. Should be tailored very much to your individual needs. In this instance, I prefer to stir. It allows me to control the proportions and ratios of not just the gin and vermouth, but also the level of dilution we'll get from the ice. And I also like my Martini with quite a large amount of vermouth. It helps to soften the edges and round out the full-bodied flavour of the gin. In this instance, we'll be using the Queensland dry gin, quite robust. And I'm going to go for a full 60 ml here. The more important thing is to think of the drink in terms of ratios. So I'm going to go for a ratio of 60 ml to 15, so a ratio of 4 parts of gin to 1 part vermouth. Now, if you like your Martini a little drier, you actually use less vermouth, a little bit wetter. You use a touch more of the aromatized wine. And if you would like your Martini dirty, now's the time to add the olive brine in small and sparing amounts. Remembering that you can always add an additional amount, but it's very difficult to take that saltiness away. Nice and generous with the ice here, and slowly around in a clockwise manner. I'm leaving my fingers on the outside of the mixing glass in order to determine just how cold my drink is getting. Put the strainer on, and now we'll talk briefly about the garnish that we're looking for. Historically, we're probably looking at a lemon as a garnish here, which I find provides a nice aromatic element to the drink itself. And I'm going to pop one of these, just a small disc, over the top of my drink. For those who insist on serving the drink with olives, I've got a nice assiette of Australian olives here that I'll serve alongside the drink. So in this instance, we can get the best of both worlds. That salty, savoury snack in the olive itself, and also something floral and aromatic with the freshness of the lemon. It's only when I'm 100% sure that my drink is close to ready that I'll go and retrieve that glass from the freezer, ensuring that it's perfectly cold before the liquid hits the glass itself. So here we go, a nice chilled glass, and I'll strain my beverage delicately into the glass itself. Add that little freshness of the lemon over the top, just off to one side. And there we have it, friends. Here's how to make a Martini at home.